Afrobeat news. So I recently came across this particular clip of the one and only Joe Budden from the Budden podcast. Now, I may not be pronouncing his name correctly, so forgive me for the mispronunciation of especially his surname. So let's talk about exactly what he spoke about. Now, in this particular clip, he got a chance to interview the one and only Nicki Minaj. Now, I know I talk about Afrobeat musicians a lot, but also I'm a big fan of hip-hop music and I'm a big fan of pop culture generally. So when I see some of these, foreign celebrities, I do get starstruck sometimes. Like I do get the chills, especially for someone like a Nicki Minaj. So I was very interested to hear exactly what these guys talked about. Now, this particular interview is pretty long. Now, I'm just going to show you guys a clip. And in this particular clip, Joe Budden spoke about Wizkid's song Essence. In fact, he referred to that Wizkid song as the song of the year. He was talking about the Grammy realizing that Wizkid had a song of the year with Essence. So guys, I'll just show you guys a clip, a very short clip in fact, and come up with more commentary over it.
We need people on the Grammy board that know that Essence was song of the year.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
As you guys have seen here, that's one and only Joe Budden, as well as you all know Nicki Minaj. Now, the statement he made as regards Wizkid having the song of the year is a statement that is debatable. I know for Wizkid FC, they might want to go with this statement and feel like, yeah, Wizkid had the song of the year for sure. But one thing they have to bear in mind is that this is not song of the year for an African song. This is song of the year for a US song. That is how Joe Budden, I keep mixing this guy's name with Joe Biden. That's how Joe Budden is looking at this thing. He's looking at it as like the song of the year for a US song. And if you talk about song of the year for a US song, you have other competitors up there. I think Kid Laroi had a pretty strong single out during that period of time where Wizkid was dominating. I think he had a top 3 single. I think his single was up in the top 3 position throughout the release of Donda by Kanye West, and was knocked down by Drake's CLB, but later went back up there. So Kid Laroi was up there. Aside from that, Lil Nas X also had a strong presence up there. Ed Sheeran, I'd say to an extent as well, had a strong presence up there. So there are a couple of names that had a strong presence with certain singles that did pretty well. So if we were to look at song of the year, would Wizkid have it? There's a possibility, but Wizkid is going against some really tough competition. However, I wouldn't deny that Wizkid very easily had a song that ruled the summer. I mean, all through the summer, it was being played everywhere, almost on all radio stations. I think it had the most plays on urban radio stations across America. And it was just one of those songs that was everywhere in every stop, and everybody knew about that particular song. So this is a very, very interesting one to look at, but I just don't want to look at it from the biased point of view that, oh, it's an African song, so definitely should get it like the song of the year. Like I said, Kid Laroi could be in that position to get a song of the year as well. Then you have Ed Sheeran as well, who had a song up there. I think JB at some point had a song as well that was up there. Wizkid definitely got into top 10, right? Wizkid never ever crossed the 10 spots. So you could always debate that all the other songs that was in the top 10 position stand a chance of being the song of the year instead of Wizkid Essence. So that's one debate that we could have. And I just keep reflecting on Kid Laroi because I do remember that Kid Laroi had that massive song that was just up there and was being played constantly. But guys, tell me what you think about the particular situation. What do you think about this particular one? Do you think it's a big win for Wizkid, first of all, for being referred to in such high regard? Wizkid is being considered as having a song of the year right now, and this is from not just any small commentator out there. Joe Budden is seen right now as one of the top hip-hop voices in the States. Like, people really respect his voice, people really respect his platform, the Joe Budden podcast, and he's just one of those guys that's can really influence the way people think just by speaking on certain things. And him referring to Wizkid Essence as a song of the year might actually influence the Grammy board to consider Wizkid's song as song of the year. Not that I'm saying that the Grammys would be easily swayed by a clip or a comment like that, but I think that might make them consider Wizkid's song as, you know, a strong contender for that particular award. But guys, yeah, like I said, what do you think about particular situation? Don't forget guys to like and subscribe, as well as turn on post notification, and stay tuned for more Afrobeats related entertainment and just coming at you. I'm out now, guys. Peace.